Hello and welcome to today's World Record Attempts. My name is Luke Thornton and I'm here today with the kids from Stepney Primary School. Way! There we go. Right, today we are here for a World Record Attempts for a language lesson. We are aiming to show how technology can help improve language and communication in the classroom. But before we start, I'd say a few special thank yous to those who have made today possible. We have the Ed Store, who have assisted with some of the technical aspects behind the scenes, and additionally the hosting for today. Hull University Union, who have provided this awesome room and the facilities. Book Creator and Philemundus, they have given us special permission to use their applications during the lesson, which you'll see a bit more in a moment. The Schools Advisory Service, who are donating a generous £1 for every single student that takes part today. Stepney Primary School, all the kids from there, and additionally some of the teachers who have helped out with that, and Eon Visual Media, who are doing the filming and a lot of the technical aspects behind the scenes as well. And then that's my website, lukethornton.tv. Right, okay. So, we're here today to raise money for children around the world. It's an absolutely awesome cause, and some of the money will be going to BBC Children in Need, so a really awesome organisation that does lots of great work around the world. The guys over at UNICEF, another great organisation. Hull Children's University, a local charity right here in Hull, who do lots of amazing work with children in the local community. And then finally, the great guys over at Children in Scotland. Now just to let you know, today is an official Guinness World Record attempt. So for that to be possible, we need some officials today to make sure everything runs smoothly. So we have Guy Wallace from C4DI and Alex Ward from Pocklington School, in addition to some official timers as well. However, before we start today, Violet is going to give us the official foghorn starting. So are you ready, Violet? Yeah. Right, okay, let's go. Right, and now I'll hand you over to Chris Williams. Thank you.
So we're about to begin our lesson. Thank you, Violet, for starting our lesson, which is going to begin now here with the children from Stepney Primary School. Just to explain what you're going to be doing. If you've got iPads or tablets, you can join in at school, which is fine. If you haven't, you can watch the children from Stepney Primary School solve lots of different puzzles. And the puzzles will look like this. This is from the app Inventions. And what you'll be asked to do when you see different puzzles from the Inventions app is to make a prediction on how the puzzle is solved. And I'll talk you through that, and I'll help you through that, and we'll solve one puzzle and another puzzle and another puzzle. For the teachers watching, what we're trying to do is to show lots of ways that we can help to get our children talking, and you'll see some amazing things happen today. One thing you need to know when you're watching, there's times when you'll need to talk to your partner with your ideas and your predictions and your explanations, and you'll see a timer on the screen. There's one on my screen, and it's a minute timer. Whenever that timer's counting down, you can talk to your partner. That's fine. When it's not counting down, you need to listen to the next part of the lesson. Because it's an official Guinness World Record lesson, we have many rules we've got to follow. There's lots of listening, lots of talking, lots of listening, lots of talking. One extra thing to say, if you're using a tablet or iPad at school, like we are here with the children from Stepney Primary School, and you want to record your voice with the puzzles, you're able to do that as well. And then you'll be able to look at the puzzle, record your prediction, and record your explanation. So we have David here who's going to show you how that works.
So a quick demonstration from me. We're going to go into the app Philemundus here, and we're going to solve one of these puzzles. So we're going to open the one here, and we're going to help this bird cut the grass. Before we start helping the bird to cut the grass, we're going to take a screenshot and make a prediction of how to solve this. So first of all, we're going to hold a home button and a power button, and the screen will flash. What we're going to do next is add that image to the app Book Creator. So if we're going to Book Creator here, we're going to select New Book. We're going to choose Landscape because our photo will be landscape. And we're going to add our prediction. So we're going to add some text, just saying prediction here, and we click Done. Just going to add this to this side here. We're going to add the photo, the screenshot that we've just taken. So we'll go Add, we go Photos, We go to the camera roll and we select that photo. And if we just make this image a little bit smaller here. And this is the area where I'm going to record my voice. So we're going to click Add and Add Sound. So this is where I'm going to make my prediction. So Add Sound and press the red button. I predict that we can use the scissors to chop the bird out of the cage and the bird will cut the grass. And if we like it, we'll click yes. We're going to go back to the Philemundus app to see if my prediction was correct. So if we go in here, and we're going to try and solve it. So we've got various tools here around the edge, various bits of equipment. Clearly the scissors don't let the bird out of the cage. So to solve it here, look, we need to add a weight here. And when that weight drops, that will release the bird to cut the grass. So let's see that in action. There we go, like so. So we're going to go back to Book Creator and explain how that works. So go to Book Creator here. We'll add explanation. And we're going to add our explanation here. Add sound. Here. To help solve this puzzle, we need to connect the rope to these connectors here and add the weight to that rope. When that weight drops, that will lift up the cage and then the bird can be released to cut the grass. We select yes, and then we can add that there. And we can listen back to these as and when we need to. Back to Chris.
Perfect, thank you, David. So, and you want to try that, you can. If not, it's no problem. Here's our first puzzle. And you'll see on the screen there's a cow and there's a creature reaching for an apple. We've got to get that creature to pick the apple from the tree. Things around the screen that you can see that will help us. There are some carrots, a piece of cheese, there's a spring and there's a rope. Not everything's required. Some things we don't need. And the first thing to do, and I'm giving you 1 minute to talk with your partner now, record your voice if you need to. How do you think this puzzle is solved? Off we go. Okay, that's everybody's time up with your predictions. Not going to waste any time showing you the next step. Well done here in the room, Stepney Primary School. We're going to solve the puzzle. If you've got the app at school and you want to try and solve that puzzle, you go for it now. But if you'd like to watch how we do it here, this is our solution. So watching closely. Okay, so we've got to help that creature get the apple, fine. What do we use? So the rope is attached to the boulder, which in turn is attached to the cow. Oh, and the cow sees the carrots and runs, which pulls the boulder, and the creature gets the apple. What I'm going to do is see if anybody here in the room from Stepney Primary School can explain how to solve that puzzle. I'm coming over here, and we shall see. What's your name? Okay, do you want to explain how you solved this?
You put the rope on the cow and the boulder.
Okay.
And you put the carrots in the bucket, and then you pull the lever. The cow runs to get the carrots, and the boulder comes up, and then it's so heavy, and the other side of the saw gets up and the creature
gets the apple. What a beautiful, perfect explanation that was. You have now 1 minute to record your voice or explain to your partner how to solve that puzzle. Okay, that's time up. We've explained our first puzzle and we're wasting no time, because that was an easy one. That was an easy one for everybody. We're wasting no time going on to the next puzzle, which looks like this. Now, on this particular task, we have to help the bird get a shower. Things around the screen that you can see, well, there's a windmill on the screen. There are some sails for that windmill. This creature is an unusual creature. It's a blue creature. There's a heavy weight, there's a pump and a barrel, and all sorts of pipes, and here's a belt that could drive things, and there's our lever. I'm not sure how to solve this one. You've got 1 minute to explain to your partner or record your voice how you think this puzzle is solved. And that's our minute. There's been some very interesting predictions in this room. So I'm going to see now, if you're watching at school and you've got a tablet to solve this puzzle on, you can. But if you'd like to watch how we did it, take a look here. So what we see, to help the bird take a shower, I think most people guessed this one. Okay, well, it's this heavy weight. When it drops on the creature, air escapes, which will blow the sails. Okay, what next? So the pump goes in the barrel. On go the pipes. Will that work? No. But if we attach the belt, turns the sails, and the pump works, and the bird gets to take a shower. Okay. I wonder if there's anybody here from Stepney Primary School that thinks that they can explain how that puzzle is solved. I'm coming over here and I'm going to meet, what's your name?
Janet.
Janet. How is this puzzle solved, Janet?
You put the blue creature next to the windmill.
Okay.
And then you put the water pump inside the barrel, and then you connect the pipes onto each other, and then you put the windmills thingy on it, and then when you put it on, the blue creature spits air out.
Yes, it does.
And the windmill turns around, and water comes out of the water pump, and it goes into the pump and onto the bird's back.
Janet, that was perfect. What a lovely, clear explanation. And everybody who's watching back at school, you now have 1 minute to explain how this puzzle was solved. Okay, and it's time to stop. If you're watching back at school and you've made your predictions, you're doing very well, and the puzzles are getting slightly harder, but it won't be too hard for you, I'm sure. So, children from Stepney, we're on now to our next puzzle, and I'll explain things here. And this is an interesting one, because there's the old man, and he's asleep in his chair, and he needs to wake up, really. He needs to get out of his chair and get busy. There's the lady there, she's doing all the work. That's not fair, so he needs to join in and help out. Things you see around the screen, there's a cannon, and there's a stand here, and there's a piece of cheese with a funny shape there. Not sure what that's for. There's a bell, and there's a horn that I think Violet would like to use when she's blowing the horn, and there's the lever. So that's the puzzle. We've got to wake up the old man. I'm going to give you 1 minute to make your prediction. Okay, so we've made our predictions. I'm not entirely sure what is needed here. Maybe she just has to hit him with that brush, and maybe he'd wake up. We'll see. Let's ask you, if you're watching at school, that you could solve the puzzle yourselves, or if you want to see how we've done it here, then this is our solution. So watch closely. So we're waking up the old man. He won't like this. What happens here? Okay. So the lever makes the ball drop. Oh, so the cheese is like a ramp, and the lady jumps, she knocks the stand, which rings the bell, and he wakes up. Okay, I'm just going for people watching back at school, because there's quite a lot happened there. I'm going to show that to you one more time. Let's see what happens. There's the ball. It's the cheese is a ramp. I think that puzzled a few of us here. Up she jumps, knocks the stand, and rings the bell. The children from Stepney Primary School have been providing some amazing explanations already this afternoon. And here's another one. I'm going to come over here. Young man, what's your name? Malik, how is this puzzle solved?
First, you must put the cheese ramp under the ball.
Okay.
And put the stand behind the old lady and attach the bell to the stand. So when you pull the lever, the ball goes and the lady jumps and hits hits the stand, which makes the bell ring.
Crystal clear, Malik. That was a perfect explanation. Thank you very much. And that's your next job if you're involved in this lesson. You've got 1 minute to explain or record your voice. Off we go. How did this problem get solved? Okay, and that's our minute. We're moving on to the final 2 puzzles, and these will test your thinking a bit, but I think you'll do very well. I think, Malik, you made that one very easy for us because you explained it beautifully. This one might take a little bit more thinking, but I'll talk you through it. So in this puzzle, what we've got to do is to launch the rocket. There's the rocket ready to launch up into space, and the things around the screen to help. We've got the heavy weight again, and the blue creature again. I think we know what that does. There's the sharp, pointy saw. There's a little candle, and there's a fire and a balloon, as well as the lever. Not to mention a dragon lurking in that cage. There's lots going on. You have 1 minute to predict your solution. Off you go. And that is our minute of prediction. Quite a few people here worked this one out. I was impressed, Stepney Primary School, with your ideas. What we're going to do is, if you've got a tablet and you'd like to solve the puzzle yourself, you can do that now. If you'd like to watch us with how we reached a solution, I'll show this one again to you twice because there's a few steps to this. So if we just take a look here, we have to set off the rocket. Okay, so, the balloon lifts the dragon, I get that. There's the heavy weight, blows the dragon across, the balloon bursts on the saw and lights the fuse, which launches the rocket. I'm going to show you that again very quickly because you're going to be explaining this. You need to know every single step. So there's the rocket. The balloon is attached to the dragon's cage. The heavy weight makes the air escape from the blue creature, causing the balloon to burst on the sharp saw. And it's the dragon that lights the fuse and launches that rocket. So, is there anybody here from Stepney Primary School that is interested in giving us their explanation? I'm going to come across to you over here. What's your name? Richard, go for it.
So they put the saw on the dot there. They put the weight in the air. The elephant creature there.
Yes.
They put the balloon on the cage.
Yes.
Then you press the lever, then the cage will fly off because of the balloon. Then put fire to the dragon, and then they'll launch off the rocket.
Perfect. Lovely explanation. I think Richard pointed something interesting out, that we place the heavyweight in midair and it stays there, which is exciting for this invention. Your next job is to give the explanation how we solved the puzzle, and you have 1 minute to do that. And there we have our explanation. We've solved the puzzle, we've launched the rocket, we're ready now. And actually, I'm taking a deep breath, this is the hardest one for me. No problem for you watching at school, no problem for us here at Stepney, but this tests me definitely, because there's a lot going on. And in this case, we've got to make the cannonball launch from the cannon. So we've got to start the cannon. Various things around here. There are connecting pieces, there are cogs, there's a candle, there's a creature, there's a monster, a piece of cheese again. A cannonball and a cog and a belt and all sorts of connecting pieces that bring things together. You have 1 minute to make your prediction. That is our final prediction. Loads of amazing ideas here in the room from Stepney, and I know in your school, lots of different ideas for this one. If you'd like to solve it yourself, you can. Or, if you want to see how we did it, this is the solution that we came up with here today. So fire the cannon, that was our challenge. And there it is. So, watching closely, so the cog goes up there. Oh, and the hand, I think that will do something with the ball. There's another cog. There comes the monster. Oh, he's jumping up and down. Oh, there's one of those connecting pieces. Lifts the cheese up, makes the creature run. And knocks the cannonball into the cannon. What I'm going to do is show you that again very quickly so that you're ready to explain things. So we're firing the cannon. So there's the cog. And there's the hand to push the ball. There's the monster jumping. And there's the spring. And the creature's running, and the belt drives the cog and pushes the ball. Is there anybody here today from Stepney Primary School that's got an explanation, that thinks they can give us an answer? There's so many hands. I'm going to choose another one of the boys. I'm coming down here. And what's your name?
Glabs.
Go on then. What do you think the answer is?
I think you put the cog on top with the iron in the middle, then put the hand where the cog with a metal inside. Then we'll put the other cog down where next to the monster with a dot. Then put the stick next on the dot on the cog. Then put the spring under the monster.
Okay, and all of that comes together to make that ball go into the cannon and launch away. So you have, for your final explanation task, 1 minute. What a lovely explanation. Thank you, Glebs, there. Okay, we now are at the point where to get our world record, if we're going to get a world record, we need to pass a test. And the test looks like this. It's got a question. There's our inventor, and our inventor says, what starts all of my inventions working? With your name on here and a box to tick, you've got a choice. Is it the carrots or is it the lever? It's up to you. The lesson will end in 1 minute's time when we'll hear Violet blow the horn, and then we're going to bring things to a close. You've got 1 minute to take that test. Timer. And that's the end of our lesson. Teachers, where you see the lesson today, it's streamed through the edstore.co.uk. If you want to upload your evidence, any videos, you can submit them. Within 5 minutes, that site will be live for any evidence we will need to break a record. Thank you for joining in with us today. Going to hand you back to Luke. Well done, Stepney Primary School.
Right. Great. Hey. Right, thanks, Chris. Okay, so that was awesome, that. Now, we're going to do the big check. So I'm going to, Natasha, the director of Hull Children's University, is going to accept a cheque from the Schools Advisory Service on behalf of BBC Children in Need. Sir, Darren, you'd like to come on down? Here we go. Awesome. There we go. All right. There we go, thank you. Cool.